Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Timberborn Update 7. And in the previous episode, we have expanded towards these here parts, adding some more, what do you call them? Foresters. Yeah, there we go. Just added some more foresters. And then in the previous episode, I referred to this as a levee. It's an aqueduct. So basically, yeah, we've got to get this completed as well. As you can see, we have increased the priority on this a little bit more because it's going to be necessary. And then what I've done off screen was just quickly fix this up. So essentially it has a sluice now, so it will close up when the water is clean and it will open up as soon as it goes all yucky. Right, so when you have the poo water, it's going to go that way. If it has the clean water, it's going to go that way. So just have this one to block here as well, so we don't cause any problems over here. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. We'll have to see. I think I should have had added the sluices at the top. We do have a bad tide coming now, which would have been nice for this to be done, but I mean, that's fine. We still have enough of all our lovely goodies. So let's just check this. Close above contamination of 2%. Right, so what we would like to do is actually, once again, I would like to see how far this is going to flood. I do believe this is quite a bit lower, so it's still going to run over this actually, which is fine, I suppose. It doesn't matter too much, but it is okie dokes. So what we're going to do is, okay, so I've removed quite a bit of this, but what I want to do now is I am going to go landscaping, and then I'm going to do terrain blocks. Might have wanted to leave that open right there. So we'll add a few terrain blocks over here. As you can see, it does add a bit of green on this side, which is nice, but that's not what we're looking for. Right, so this is going to be like an island of sorts. We're going to have an island over here. Maybe a little bit bigger. I think maybe something like so. Let's just quickly get this all at the same height. Alright, so I think the island should be something like so. Yeah, that's a good size, I think. That is going to allow us to have some more trees. Now, I think maybe we should have this lower, because I think that is as... it shouldn't be as high as it goes. I think it will go a bit higher. If you take into consideration... I'm not too sure, but we'll see. Right, so from there on, we are going to need another island. Let's say that just lines up on this side. There's going to be another one over here. Let's say it's a terrain block that goes something like so. This is 6x10 over there. Once again, this is a pretty cool thing. You can now see how large you are making your areas by looking at this little thing that is right above your terrain block here in the middle. So it's a 5x1, which is quite nice. So it just gives you a good idea of what you are doing and how big it is. Right, so from there on, and actually what we want to do is we're going to have a little bit of a pathway running through over here. What I would like to do is actually just have it run straight. So let's just add this one, go up. I would say that should suffice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have the pathway run through here. Let me just demonstrate this quickly. So we're going to have the pathway run all the way through to over here. And then we will have a bridge. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure how big this bridge is. We can actually just quickly measure the size over here. That is 5. Okay, so what we're gonna need is we're gonna need 2 and a 3. Let's see, so 3 can go over here. Yes, please. And then we'll have a 2 on the other side. Might have wanted to remove the path quickly. Okay, something like so. And then we'll have our pathway right around about here somewhere as well. Where is it? So that's a 2 already. Okay, so we need a 2. Yeah, it's good. So it's a bit off center, but that's fine. That's good. Okay, so we'll use this for farms, we'll use it for... Actually, I would like to straighten this out. That is maybe a better idea. So we are going to have more of this. Something like that. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Absolutely wonderful to have you guys join me here again with another episode of Timberborn. I'm thinking of starting a new series somewhere along the line. Not of Timberborn, but something that everybody might enjoy. So that is something I'm looking forward to trying out as well. Right, so that is definitely going to cause, well, create, not cause, a lot of open space again. What I would like to do is maybe add, oh, look, our tunnel is looking wonderful. Oh, it goes through. Nice. Okay, so that is done. Is it unnecessary? Maybe, but who cares? I want it to come out to, oh, come on, over there, and then just, why is it doing all wonky? I don't want it to be all wonky. Okay, anyway, so we have a little pathway over there. That is beautiful. Right, so from here, obviously this is all just going to be planned out for now. I am looking to have a... Where can we place it? So maybe if we have it over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the... Oops, no, it's supposed to be over here. We're going to have a zipline station right around about over here. And then we'll have... Let's see. Another one. Where can we do the other one? So we want it to be over here somewhere. We are definitely working towards that side. So over here we'll have another zip line. Right there. And I'm not exactly sure if we can connect them like so. So we can connect those definitely. And then maybe we have enough space. No, it's just 2 meters too far. So we're going to need a little bit of a pylon. Let's see. Where is it? There you go. There's a pylon. Just right there. There you go. So you should be obviously able to connect to that. And the same with you. You should be able to connect. Great. Now naturally we need to get that built. So obviously we are going to have to get ourselves down there. So the magic and beauty of having ladders. Takes up a lot less space and it works just as well. If not better. There we go. So that should enable us to do that. And that is going to be for farms or trees. And naturally, as you can see, we don't have many beds left. So I'm thinking of maybe doing a little something to get them some more housing. I am thinking maybe let's do a bit of housing over here. Maybe do we have that space still open? We do. Okay, so maybe they need to quickly focus on these first. Let's get those done. That would be wonderful if you can get that done. All right. Yeah, so I stopped the gears for a while because we don't have enough logs, which is a tiny bit of a problem. Yeah, so we're going to stop that. The gears so that we can work on making planks, and then planks will naturally somewhere along the line going to be in more than enough of that. We have 200 at the moment, which is actually pretty good. Righto, so what is our priority at this moment? Definitely not this. We don't need to prioritize this right now. We do need to prioritize these here beauties over here. So I think we can actually increase the priority on this. Right, so for now I think that is beautiful, and I think we can do a little bit of a skip ahead to just get a few things done, and then I will be back with you in a second. Alrighty, so obviously not a lot has been done, but I mean I've added these two over here, a hauling post and another builder's hut, and then we finished the little houses, which is good. So that gives us another 21 beds. I think that is beautiful and perfect. Right, and over here we started with a little crossing, I guess. Yeah, we're just the crossing there, which is good. This is still going to take a while. Then naturally nothing happened here. Obviously there they just planted a few more of these lovely things. So yeah, no, that's taking a little bit of a while, but I mean that is perfectly fine, and it at least it's not a long bad tide. At the moment is just like 4 days, so that oopsies, that is not too bad. I can live with that, but at the moment, as you can see, we still have the problem of the bad water, and we would really like to get that sorted. Alright, so next up what I'm thinking is what we can actually start focusing on is getting ourselves over here and adding another another zipline station, because we have another potential spot for a connection. So what I am thinking for this is we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a stairway going up over here. That is good, just like so. Beautiful. Happiness of well-being score of 30. That is beautiful, that is wonderful. I am liking that. So right over there, just get this going all the way up, and then we can have our staircase run through over here, which then in turn naturally means that we can add our, where is it, there's a lot of building and planning going on in the last 2 episodes, which is fine. I mean, we'll still be able to expand and get everything done, but naturally a lot of this is planning and making sure everything is the way we want it. It's a lot of planning ahead, etc. Right, so what was I building? Okay, so we want to have one of these here lovelies over here. Just gonna add one of there. I think maybe we can just move it up. Let's just move that up to there, and I believe that should be good enough. The line is obstructed by what? Okay, so by a few trees. That is not a problem, not a problem at all. What I'm thinking is we can just slap one of those in there, and naturally what I need to do is I need to demolish these resources. We are not going to use them. They're just a bunch of little trees standing about, dead trees. Just get all those. Okay, naturally you can get up there, but that's a far way around, so we're not going to go with that one. Science, let's see. No, not science. What I'm looking for, metal. We want to have the mine. It costs 4,000. We have 27,000, so I would say we have enough. Right, so we're going to add one of those. We need treated planks, gears. Gears, how many gears do we have? We have 919 gears, so that's definitely more than enough gears for this. Okay, so we're gonna get that done. I would like to get this little pathway all the way, well, the pylon going through over there. So I'm thinking we are going to focus on getting that next one. Naturally, the entire situation of getting, how can I put it, while getting an underground thing, that's a very big project, so that is still going to take a long time to get done. Your patience is very much appreciated, but yeah, no, that is definitely going to take a while before it's done. Let me just get those back up and running again. We need to have our water pumps doing what water pumps do best, and that's pumping water. Making jelly. That's what they do best. Not water. Stupid sad joke. But anyways. Right, everything is looking beautiful and dandy. I am still waiting on these here trees to mature. The trees are very much unsynchronized, desynchronized, not doing what I would like them to do, and as quick as possible. So once again, just gotta be patient with that. What I'm thinking is, because we really need the wood, we really need the wood. This only takes dirt, so that's fine. So I'm going to keep this priority high. I am going to lower the priority on the rest of them. Once again, this is still going to take a while, so let's not waste any time on this. Alrighty, sorry about that. Right, let's see if we can get a few things done over here. I'm also thinking, because we have a lot going on. Oof, it's getting a bit laggy when I hover at the middle. Need to check that out. Something's a bit off there. Right, so I am going to try and do the following. So we've been moving out towards this side quite a bit. What I would like to do is go around. Let's see, a little bit more this way, expand a bit more this way, maybe plug those holes over there. Them holes are bad. Don't like those holes, they make poo. And we need more wood. We definitely need more wood. Can I find a spot that has more wood? No, we'll have to do our own wood, which is fine. I do not have any problems with that. But I would like to get these done. These are quite important. These are really, really important. Alright, so where were we? We have decided to prioritize all these. Why? Because it's important. We need to get these going for our... Why is nobody working on that though? I mean, we have more than enough boulders and falling posts. Maybe they are focusing on something else. I'm not exactly sure. Right, so let's see if I can prioritize on something else. Nope, that looks about it. That looks fine. I mean, this is all just now just waiting and getting things done. But the wood is definitely a problem. I mean, we don't have a lot of space for wood. We have a lot of farms, which means we always have enough food, which is wonderful. We have enough water, which is wonderful. And then we have these down here. Maybe I can chop down these and just use those. Maybe. Let's see. Because I would like to get a few things done, you know? Let's say if I cut these trees over here, we'll just keep those on the other side. So let's get that one going. We can chop those down. But I do see we only have one of them. So we're going to add another lumberjack here quickly. That seems like a good spot to be. So we'll just add the lumberjack, get them doing what they're doing. And I'm thinking because there's space here, so let's just go ahead and plant some more trees over here. So these are chestnut trees. I think these are chestnut trees. Yes, they are. As you can see, they do struggle a bit over here because of the water being a bit low, which is fine. It's not going to make any differences. Maybe I could elevate it. No, I'm not going to be able to elevate it because of these. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That is fine. As long as we have some extra ones over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them to cut the trees as well. All the way to over there. That is beautiful. Don't think those are going to work, but that's fine. That's fine. At least we are getting some extra wood in now. So the logs are going to be a little bit higher now. Do we need any planks? No, we don't. We don't need more planks, but I do need these to start working. Would be wonderful. I mean, essentially what we're going to do over here, like I said. Okay, so this is going to be a little farm. So actually I don't need farms, to be quite honest. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to have a forester right over there. And then we'll make it look nice by adding a nice little house over here somewhere. Let's say what we can do over here is I'm going to remove 2 of those, right? And then we'll add the landscaping. Is it the landscaping? No. I'm going to add these in here, which will have a little house on there. So we'll do a little house right over there. And what I'm thinking of doing is making it looking a little bit prettier. So we'll have the little house over there. And then for decoration, I'm going to add in a roof, naturally. Let's see, a little lantern for our little lumberjack and his family. Scarecrow, not necessary. Oh yeah, I would still like to do that as well. Let's see. This is also going to be over here. So what I would like to do is let's just go to the monuments. Our Fountain of Joy is going to chill about over here. So what we're going to do is we'll have to elevate it, naturally. I'm going to lift it up like so. I know that is a bit too big, maybe. I think it is. So let's go monument, Fountain of Joy, right over there. Good. I think that should do the trick. Yes, it should. Now, naturally, those are not necessary. I'm going to remove those. No. Just those. There we go. Remove those. I am going to keep the one in the middle. Just do that. Have a little bit of a ladder going over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have it wrap around the side. I don't want to use too much space over here. So that is going to allow them to build that. That is going to look absolutely wonderful. Righto. So then once we have that going, we are going to have a lumberjack naturally. I would say no. A lumberjack. I want 2 of them over here. That is good. What can we do over here? So we can just do some more decorations over there, and then we'll have some trees. So these are going to be pine trees. Okay, so obviously we can't plant them yet. That's fine. Naturally, we can't plant them yet. Right, so that is what is going to happen on this here spot. I think that's going to look pretty wonderful. I think that is good and great and dandy. So I'm going to do exactly the same on this side, just with the house, but I'm going to leave that for the next episode. Naturally, we've just done quite a bit of planning, making little islands and stuff like that. So not a lot of progress, to be quite honest, but I'm quite fine and happy with that. Let me just quickly join these up so they don't get lost. There we go. So they should be able to get up there. But if you do enjoy these videos, feel free to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys and engaging. Thank you so much for tuning in, and feel free to subscribe to the Crunchy Captain to become part of the Crunchy community. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.